Alright, what's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we'll be looking at another community map, and it's the community map called the Army of Darkness. For Army of Darkness, what you're trying to do is to destroy some of the shrines in the map and to destroy or kill off the Supreme King, something like the Empire, the map Empire, where you kill the Ragged King. This is a 2-player expert map, but I'll be soloing it for this round. This is the first time that I'm attempting the map as well. I think this is probably close to the end of most of the community maps where I attempt for the first time and didn't fail. For the rest of the maps, I think I'll have to attempt it a few times to complete it, especially if it's a 2-player or even a 4-player map. And of course, not forgetting that I'll be rating this map as well. The criteria are as shown on the screen now if this is your first time watching the community map series. For Army of Darkness, I'll be rating the playability at 7 out of 10. The map design and the storyline will be 7 out of 10 as well. Lastly, 2 out of 5 for challenge, which brings to a total of 16 out of 25. I don't usually give a 10 out of 10 score, or even a 9 out of 10 is really difficult to come by for me. So 15 to 20 is honestly pretty good. Yes, let's take a look at the map right now. I will slowly pan around to have you take a look at the map on expert, and as you can see, the playability for this I rated is 7 out of 10 because honestly I think it's very straightforward. The map is straightforward, though there is a little bit of a challenge because at the start you are always being bombarded by quite a few shadow units, and you have to destroy the spawning camps to relieve this spawning unit stress. At the same time, why I've rated the map a 2 out of 5 for challenge is that I'm able to complete this 2-player expert map within my first try. Adding on to that point, at the start of the game you are given quite good bandit visit towers and also some bandit units to help you to fend off your enemy's attack. So I thought that really brought the difficulty or the challenge level down quite a bit. And lastly, for map design, the 7 out of 10 is because even though the map layout is very simple, but it really aligns with the faction aesthetics, like the Lost Souls and the shadow units right at the bottom, and at the top is a little bit more Lyrish, slightly more Lyrish feels, and with some Lyrish houses. Yeah, however, it is being guarded by quite a number of shadow units, which I felt isn't too matching, but I felt that the Lost Souls were fine because it still requires frost monuments, but the shadow is a little bit slightly out of place, I would say. Though I like how this has a very Empire map feels, where you can see it's split in half, but it's more of a horizontal way rather than the vertical way. I know that I had to really defend my base well because it's attacking on all 4 sides of my walls. Next time I was trying to figure out where are the spawning camps and what kind of units I have to do to destroy these camps. So I have my Wind Weavers and Werbies. And the other thing to take note is that you look at these cultist archers, they are not Forsakens. Because if you look closely, they spawn in groups of 8 instead of 6, which means their power is increased tremendously rather than the usual Forsaken of 6 small troops. Yeah, so the first area that I discovered is 2 power wells, and I noticed that the spawning camp is somewhere at the top because units always come down over here to attack, and the spawn timing is almost instantly. You respawn within a couple of seconds or so after killing off the units, and it spawns as an individual unit, not as a group. So you kill the Knight of Chaos, you spawn this Knight of Chaos first, and then followed by cultist archers and Night Guard, which isn't very helpful because I cannot draw or block a single unit, because later on I'll be using the Mark of the Keeper, and that will prevent spawning for the ranged units. The Mark of the Keeper, it will really help you defend quite a bit because you don't get the full brunt of the ranged attacks. As you can see, it really helps in defending your base. The Mouth Keeper, I have to get my Wind Waves out of the zone, and they'll just roam around here trying to attack me, but the spell blocking field protects my power wells and buildings and units as well. Right, my next step now, objective, is to destroy the spawning camp, because I have all the ranged units here. So the spawning area is weak, which means I can reduce the stress on my bottom part of the map once spawning camp is destroyed. At this point I was wondering where do I get my monument, because I've been stuck at tier 1 for almost 10 minutes now. But I realized, okay, maybe around the shrine areas there are the monuments, and which is correct, there are monuments right there. So I was going to head over there soon, and now I'm going over. The issue with this is that the defenses are pretty strong, so I have to lure off the units and not have my Wind Weavers be attacked by phase towers. The good thing about nature is that the nature faction is very versatile. Your units won't die as easily and you can heal them. The only downside is that they cost more for the units, so you can't really build huge armies, but they last. Alright, got my second monument, but I have to kind of draw out a little bit of the units at the camp over here. If not, yeah, I can't build my power wells. Yeah, so it's pretty straightforward. The units aren't very strong if you know how to deal with it and lure out the units out of the towers. And now I have my second orb, which makes things a lot easier. Alright, got my second orb and I built a breeding grounds. The issue now is to get my third orb, and later on, because this base is obviously too strong for single player playing a double player map, so I have to head over to the other tier 2 for my player 2 areas to get my tier 3 orb. As you can see, now there are more lost souls. Dual orb factions are obviously tier 2 and above, so they have to appear later. Unless you want the challenge to increase, they can appear earlier. Yeah, so I met the middle, the fortress, and realized that base is just too big for me. I have to get around finding another monument. Yeah, I saw the monument right here, and my base is just mainly defending. Your bandit visit towers can hold up pretty much almost the entire game. Yes, and I've destroyed one of the spawning camps, not too bad, and I have my army split in 2 to get rid of the spawning camp because they're really annoying to attack my main base. Alright, and this is essentially the mirror of the part where I've just conquered. Yes, I got my tier 3 right now, and getting a lot of my power wells. Right, now that I have my tier 3, I'm ready to take down the bases. They are tough. There's a random elemental noid at the side there. Okay, now I have my Mo. As my general PvE deck, I have Mo in this deck, because Mo has really good stampede ability and also great health. Alright, have to get rid of this because the XL counter, and now I will have my 4th orb, which makes life a lot easier. Alright, I can just rush through the map in a breeze. Another fortress, but it's essentially the same as the previous one, just that there's the Church of Negation here, so you have to have a ton of units to destroy it. Alright. Lost Spirit Ships, very reliable. Now from here on it's very simple. I have my 4th orb, tier 4 units, pretty much run the map easily. Just carry on. I got a ton of power wells generating power. But here is the difficult part. It's the main base. Oh wait, the main base is over at the left, not this one. Oh yes, the main base is very difficult, mainly because there's the world breaker guns. So if you are using melee units, most likely they'll all die, as shown. And I kind of predicted that there will be world breaker guns because it's very ice. It's a frost background, so there should be some frost buildings as well. Yeah, from then on, just use your flying units to destroy all of the units and the buildings. And it should be quite easy to win once you have your tier 4 orb. And this is how I win the Army of Darkness. Not much of an extravagant storyline, but we have a decent gameplay right here to complete and destroy several enemy bases. And also the spawning at the beginning gave quite a bit of challenge and trouble. That was why I rated the map a little bit above for the playability, 7 out of 10 and 7 out of 10 for the map design. Alright, and if you enjoyed my video, do give a like and subscribe, and you can look forward to more community maps. And I'll see you guys again really soon.